Hello and welcome to the very festive Christmas Chatbox Business Breakfast Show. The snow has gone, but we're still here. How you doing, my friend?
Doing very well. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. It's exciting, isn't it? Just a few days to go and the big man will be popping down the chimney or using his magic key to come through the front door if you don't have a chimney. So, it's great. Winding down for the end of the week before the weekend kicks in. Super excited. I love Christmas.
I can tell. I can tell.
I can tell you don't.
I imagine you've been wearing this for weeks, mate. You're probably very comfortable in your Christmas attire.
Yeah. No, 1st of December, out come the outfit, out come the jumper, and I like a bit of Christmas. I like a bit of festive spirits. Puts you in a good, smiley, happy mood. But I have noticed you're lacking something, Nick. Nice background, by the way. Very nice virtual backgrounds.
Oh yes,
but you're missing something. Christmas jumper in the wash.
Oddly enough, and there can't be many people that could admit this, never owned one. Never owned a Christmas jumper. And probably too late now. I'm old, right? It's too late for me and Christmas jumpers. Hold tight, though. Don't panic. I got one of these.
Hey. You're making the effort.
Hey, now, Christmas is properly here now.
Did you notice the title that I themed up this week? The Grinches that stole Christmas, and that's referring to you and I, because we're going to hopefully steal Christmas for the next half an hour or so, where we're going to kind of do a bit of a summary of the Chatbox Business Breakfast Show over the course of the last 12 months. It's been a super exciting year. Lots going on. Great interviews, great conversations. We've been up to lots. It's been a fun year so far.
Well, we've had a great year, mate, but the year seems to have been Grinchified. You only got to look at the papers, which we will not be looking at. But every time you open the newspaper, it looks like the whole year's been Grinchified. It's been a tough year, right? Lots of changes in government. Right? I'm not going to moan for very long. Lots of changes in government, inflation, cost of living, Brexit, war in Europe, unrest, strikes. Even the Queen had enough, and unfortunately, she passed away. Crypto's tanked. Twitter's in turmoil. I know what. I'm looking forward to the new year, I think.
Yeah, and the snow's gone as well.
No.
We were in 3 inches of snow last week, and rain overnight, and then it's all gone. So we're not even going to have a white Christmas. There's a chance, but it's very unlikely. But never mind. It's still been a good year. We've had lots of fun. We've had some good giggles along the way. We've had some great guests coming on the show and sharing their knowledge, their expertise, educating us. We've learned how to save lives, how to be better at looking after ourselves, how to avoid getting scammed. We talked about technology. We talked about marketing. We talked about digital marketing, finances. What haven't we spoke about this year?
I'd be interested to know if there's any gaps in our lexicon of guest coverage. I think it's probably 100 guests this year. And it still delights me that people will happily share their knowledge, experience. It would be amazing if we could just add up how many years of knowledge and experience we've had on the show this year. Quite a few, right? So those people that have been there and done it, learned a few lessons along the way, happy to come on and share what that looks like, and hopefully stop us making those kind of mistakes or guiding us on a clearer path in the future. Always looking for guests, by the way. If you've got a story to share, if you run a business, or if you're involved in a business in any way, shape or form, and you think, you know what, the lovely audience will benefit from this, we'd like to hear from you. We want you on the show. We want to grab some of that knowledge and experience from you to share with our lovely audience. Oh, look. What's happened? The lights have gone out.
Quick, someone help him. Yeah. So this is live
Christmas,
live and unscripted. That's why we love it. So yeah, if you've got a story you want to come and share, we're back in 2023 because this is our last show of 2022. Because we're not here next week. We're taking the week off. We're having an extended leave, like lots of people. We're pulling the shutters down and we're going to put our feet up and we're going to have some rest and share it with our family and friends. So we're not here next week. So don't tune in. I think next week is the 29th. We're not here, but we are back on Thursday, the 5th of January. Back here, live in the studio, back for more breakfasts. So if you want to come along and be one of our guests in the new year, drop us an email. Get in touch. You can email us at hello@chatboxproductions.com. Wish us a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Tell us who you are. And yeah, come on to the show. We're looking for guests for end of January going into February and beyond as well. You can also pop over to the website, chatboxproductions.com. You can see all the shows from this year and going back into 21 as well. So if you missed a couple of shows and you want to go on and find out a little bit more about what happened in that particular episode, jump on. They're all there for you to, well, watch on Christmas Day.
Yeah, nobody's doing that. However, it'd be quite fun to click on some of those early shows. I bet we look young, mate. We didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know how to hold a proper conversation. We were so young, so naive, so innocent. Yeah, that'd be quite. We should dig up some from the archive, maybe for the new year, and share some of those gems.
I've got a snippet here I can play. This is just loaded in the studio from previous. Should we just? I'll just show 30 seconds of this one. This is us having fun earlier on this year. Here we go.
Flocky docky ducky something.
Flocky knocky, nihili, pilification.
Is it an English word?
I don't know.
But you clearly didn't make it up, mate, because I'm
good. I'm not that bloody good.
To keep you honest, I did ask you to repeat it more than once, so you clearly didn't make it up. Wow.
No,
yeah, learn words like that to stretch your brain on Train Your Brain Day.
Yeah, I think it has the most. I think the reason I can't remember what the origin of it, why I know it vaguely. I think it was one of the longest words in the English dictionary. I think that's why I know it. I'm going to have to Google it afterwards if I can try and spell it. Maybe I'll put it in and ask Alexa. Alexa, how do I spell flocky knocky nihili pilification?
Flossinolsinihilipilification is spelled F.
I've got it.
L O C C I N A U C I N I H I L I P I L I F I C A T O N.
There you go. I told it. Thank you, Alexa.
Hey.
There you go. Snippet from one of the shows. Look what we get up to. We spell flocky knocky nihili pilification. We're using our
right, mate. We did look young in that. I don't know what sort of year we've had, but we looked considerably younger in that show. What's gone wrong with my filters? I need some of those Snapchat filters applied to my screen.
Yeah. But great shows. And what we want to say is, thank you to all our guests that have come on here over the course of, well, not just the last 12 months, but thank you to everybody that also tunes in and watches us, whether you're watching us live this morning or whether you watch us on catch up. Thank you for doing so, and wherever you are in the world as well, because I appreciate we have an audience now. We're a global audience, Nick. There's people following us from all around the world, from different nations and different cultures. And thank you very much for tuning in and watching, whether it's in the morning, the evening, the afternoon. It's great to have you here supporting and enjoying yourselves like we do making these shows as well.
Got to be fun, right? Got to be fun and got to have healthy and interesting conversations. Global audience. Didn't we win recently a global award?
Ooh, yes, we did. We've bagged another award and we still haven't had the official press release through. And they did say, hold on till you get the official press release before you start talking about it. But it's really hard, isn't it, when you've won something not to share it? So, yeah, we picked up in back end of November time another award, another global award for our Chatbox Productions not just for the breakfast show, but all the other content that we put together, stream live, and all the other stuff that we're working on and doing as well. So, yeah, we'll have the official press release and all the glitz and glam. Hopefully we're going to share in the new year. But yeah, it is official. We have another award in the bag, another bit of silverware for the mantelpiece.
Brilliant. Now keep Ernie company.
Keep Ernie company.
If you've seen previous shows, we may have mentioned it in the past, but our first award, we may have covered it.
Here he is. Look, here's Ernie. Ready? There we go. He's Ernie and Ernie's brother, by the way. Ernie is the urn, the Novo Awards urn there. But there you go. There's Ernie with Ernie. How did we get to him? Did we borrow someone else's? Because we only got one. Yeah. We did. Yeah,
we did. We grabbed it off the table and took a cheeky snap. Why not?
That's what we did. We borrowed it. Yeah. We should have taken it. We should have kept it. So
the award, when we are allowed to talk about it, I think it kind of lends itself to a lot of the innovation that we want. We are always kind of looking towards, and next year is going to be no exception. 2023, big year for Chatbox Productions. There's going to be live events, podcast style events, all sorts of different innovations around conversation. Very excited.
Yeah. We're working on lots of things behind the scenes. Some of it's a little bit slower than we would have hoped, but we're trying to obviously spin plates and juggle balls and stuff like that. We have got coming, as you said, Nick, live events in the room, Top Gear style, interactive conversations going to take place. We're going to do those over breakfasts and various lunches and stuff like that, and bring people along to participate and share and collaborate alongside us. We've got the book. Here it is. Top of the tips, still in kind of planning stages. We're starting to collate all the stuff together. So if you've got a top tip that you want to put into our book for next year, do ping it on an email to us. Any top tips are much appreciated. We're going to then siphon through those and pick out the top 100 to go in the first edition of the book coming out. I say in the new year, it'll probably be springtime, early springtime, but we're getting there. We've just got to get it all together.
It's coming.
It takes time. It's coming. Absolutely.
It's most definitely coming. And I like to think, our lovely audience, thank you very much for all of the comments that you've shared along the way over this year. I like to think they and their businesses are innovating as well. One big lesson that came out of the pandemic was you can't stand still. Right, and we've had, compared to the pandemic, we've had a relatively calm year. It doesn't look like that from kind of a helicopter view, but it's much calmer than it was. But I hope you and your businesses have still been innovating. We'd love to hear about what that innovation looks like and what it's meant for you and your business. There is no standing still.
There is no standing still. And if you get bored over Christmas, by the way, and you get a packet of M&Ms for Christmas, you've got to try and do the M&M challenge. Can you remember the M&M challenge, Nick?
I do. Record, as far as I understand, world record breaking M&M challenge. Because you love a challenge.
I love a challenge. Here it is. Here's the M&M challenge. The M&M challenge is to stack 6 M&Ms on top of each other, as you can see there. And that was my effort. It was a fantastic challenge. It took me forever and a day to do, but I did manage. And I got the blue one on the top as well. That was the important part.
Yeah. And I think to break the world record, you've got to do it without the super glue. Is that right?
Yeah, you've got to do it without super glue. Yes, okay. I might have gave myself an advantage over maybe the competition, but it's all about innovation and an initiative and thinking outside of the box.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I look forward to the next stack or pictures from our lovely audience saying, "Oh look, 25 M&Ms stacked one on top of the other, David Bell style." That's what they'll call it.
And we should also thank some of our sponsors that helped us this year. I'll tell you what. Let's play one of them. Here we go. Thank you to this sponsor.
Fabulous, mate. Fabulous. I love it when other people kind of get involved to the point where they think, right, the format, the guests. Let's become part of that. And no surprise, always looking for people to sponsor the show. Come and get involved. We'll talk all about you, and probably get you on the show to talk about yourself. Really, that makes more sense. And more than happy to show the world your talents, skills, and experience.
Yeah. So if you want to be involved and be one of our sponsors next year, do reach out. We'll play your jingle, we'll shout out who you are, what you do, and why you do it. We'll get you on the show for a chat and find out more about your business and what you get up to as well. So we're always looking for people that can enhance our breakfast show or any of the other stuff that we put together as well.
So, question for you, all right? And this is a question that I think all of us business owners need to be asking at this time of year, right? If your business was a person, right, what would they want for Christmas? What's your Christmas wish for your business, mate? Not just Chatbox, but your other businesses generally. What do you want for Christmas?
What do I want for Christmas for the business? I think, and I might speak on behalf of others here as well, stability. I'll tell you what I'd love. I'd love that magic crystal ball and give it a bit of a rub to see what the future really does hold. Because I think, there's lots of ups and downs, but that's what running a business is about. I know I'd want a lamp, so I can give that a rub as well and make 3 wishes when I need them to help me out on maybe some of those sticky times to make things better. But I suppose really what I'm looking for is stability, loyal customers that want to kind of keep supporting, and I can keep supporting and working with as well. How many more things can I have? I've got a couple there.
Well, the message I'm receiving is you just want things to rub. That's what I'm hearing. Things to rub for Christmas. Which fair enough, mate. If that's your wishes, I think it's Christmas. I'm a big fan because most business owners will get a break of some form, right? Unless you're in the Christmas industry, you'll get a chance to stop and remove yourself from the business for a while and kind of take stock. What's the year been like? What have you enjoyed? What's been a struggle? What does next year look like? An opportunity to get really optimistic. And I think it's an important question. We should be asking, what does the business want for Christmas? Mine would be kind of along the innovation line. So a human-centric communicator wants some really interesting challenges for communication. And it's not a difficult wish because those challenges are coming. We know they're coming because communication is evolving at a rate of knots. But yeah, I want to be at the forefront of some of those challenges. Hence, throwing myself into the world of TikTok to experiment and see, what is this space like? Is this a space for Chatbox? So don't be surprised, TikTokers, if you see David and I on the platform next year, TikToking our way to healthy conversations.
That'd be fun. I'm not on TikTok. I've got a TikTok account, but never utilized it, used it. So there we go. So there's a kind of a challenge for 2023. What are your goals for 23? This is what we should all be asking ourselves personally and for our businesses. What are we going to do come the 1st of January 23? What are our, what is our goals that we want to achieve? We'll break them down into bite-sizable tasks, and we'll be on that journey all of next year and beyond to start, making things better in most cases for us and our business. So what have you got at your top of your goal list for next year, personally or in business? What have you set your sights on?
I'm a big fan of a New Year's resolution, oddly enough. But you take that to a business perspective, and you stand more of a chance if you think, right, this year I'm going to look to achieve the following. So a new book for me. So the follow-up to Modern Zombies, which I'm talking to various different people about, yourself included, around what human-centric or something along that ilk, what that kind of communication looks like right now, what the opposite looks like right now, and where in the world of the zombie Armageddon do we or should we find ourselves in that grip of communication? Where should us humans fit realistically? So the new book will be written in 2023. looking for a publisher. So whether it's published in 2023, it's another discussion. But yeah, I think that's, for me, it does two things. Okay, it's about time I wrote another book, because it's been 5 years since Modern Zombies. But it also focuses your mind around your particular subject. Right? There's nowhere to hide when you're collating your thoughts on your subject. And you'll soon find if you've got something to talk about or not.
What's the title of the new book? Modern Zombies 2?
I don't know. No, probably something slightly different. But I'm open to suggestions. Right? We live in a world where we lost the zombie war. Right? We didn't try too hard, but we lost the war. So how do we live in a world that is more zombie than human? So any ideas about titles? I'll be up for that as well. Let's use and abuse our audience, shall we, for all the best ideas?
Pop it in the chat. Let us know what Nick's next book should be called. And you never know, you could be the star of the titling the book. How interesting is that? That'd be great. Absolutely great. I know you've got some personal goals you're going to achieve. Look, you're mad. You go running hundreds of miles in the wet, the wind, the snow, the ice, you name it. You're out there having a bit of a jog, and you've got lined up for next year a couple of personal achievements to set in stone as well.
Yeah, I do love a challenge. I like to put a challenge in the diary, and I'll be adding to the challenges already. Let's see, I think it's June. It's a Scottish challenge. The Two Bridges run. It's 100 miles, 161 kilometers. But fortunately, there's 4 of us doing it. Right, so it's a relay. I think the logistics will be tougher than the actual running. So we'll roughly run a quarter of that between us. But already looking forward to that, mate.
Wow, yeah, sounds great. You can stream it live when you're out doing your run, as you've done before. You've given us updates and stuff like that. Look forward to that. So personal goals, business goals, all set for 2023. I've got here only because one of our friends of the show been on here a few times, and if you remember, could have grabbed the video, could have shown it, but I went hanging, from a cable down a zip wire because someone couldn't get there or make it. Yes, Nick, that was you. And I stood in bravely like I did. But we've been invited to go wing walking, if you remember. So we've got to be doing that. So David Taylor, just to let you know, we will come wing walking in 2023. When we get that date, we're in the calendar. Nick will be there as well. And we'll see if we can do a double wing walk. You on one plane, me on another, and we'll do some live streaming in the air. How fun would that be?
Yeah, I don't want to break it to you, mate. I'll be there.
It'd be good.
Right? But as head of challenges, which you are, I think you need to be the star of the wing walking, and I'll cover everything from the ground, mate. I'll be right there, covering all, just looking after everything backstage while you muck about in the sky. All right, I'll do that. I'll do the tough bit, but you go and have some fun wing walking.
Let me just say that's not going to happen. If I'm up there in the sky, you are next to me. I promise you that. That's one of my goals for 2023. Nick will go flying solo.
Another one of your goals was to get me away from a paper diary. Right, here's my diary for 2023. Look, hey!
Think of all that money you're spending on those paper diaries and calendars. Just get one of these, and you just go into it, and you can just put everything in. It's amazing, this electronic calendar system. No more paper. You haven't got to carry it with you. Don't forget it. You can share things on here. I mean, look, we're gonna have to get you into.
Sounds a bit swish. What sort of diary is that?
It's called Microsoft, the one I use, but you could be using Google or an equivalent.
Well, I don't have to sit down and write everybody's birthdays. Go through the whole book again.
No, what? Honestly, it's great. You can just click import and then import all your important information. Look, Modern Zombies, okay, the reason it didn't work because you kind of got to get with the times in certain spaces and places. So we need to get you into a digital world, or at least kind of halfway through the door and semi-committed to it.
Yeah, I'm up for that. I'm up for that. In fact, I heard you were going to sort me out, and here I am with another paper diary. I I don't know how it happened, mate. We clearly must be too busy.
Making a note now. Challenge for 2023 is to get Nick away from paper and get him electronic.
You thought the wind walking was going to be tough. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we will persevere and we will succeed. Absolutely. Now, Nick, we're only doing a shorter show this week because it is Christmas and we've got people to go and see. In fact, I'm going to see the big man himself today. Winter Wonderland down in the Ascot. I'm going to go through the Winter Wonderland. I'm going to Lapland, UK with my daughter and wife. And we're going to see the big man. We're going to see the reindeers and the elves. We're going to have lots of fun. So for that reason, we have got a bit of a shorter breakfast show this morning. Hence, we asked no guests to come on either because we just said, you know what? It's our show. It's the end of the year. We're going to be ho, ho, ho and celebrate Christmas. And we wanted to keep it a little bit shorter. And so we can go off and enjoy ourselves and eat mince pies and drink sherry.
What's not to like? And what a year it's been. You know me, I take notes. I'm a massive note taker. I've pages and pages of notes I've taken as our guests have shared their knowledge and experience with us. I've learned a lot. I've committed to an AED recently, so I'm going to get myself an AED and set it up in the home office. We've made great connections. We've strengthened connections. I like to think we've added some joy. We've helped people out. We've given back. And we've had a lot of fun along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to make a donation to us, you can email us your credit card details. If you haven't seen the scams one, you can just email it to us. Just give us your credit card details and we'll put it through our machine here. And I don't know, what sounds fair? A couple of £100? Sounds brilliant.
You can't say that, mate. You can't say that. It was going so well. It was going so well. What a way to finish the year.
Yeah, I know. But it's been great. It's been fabulous. It does leave us to say once again, thank you, Mr. Luby. Thank you for being at my side, keeping me in touch, sharing some smiles, some laughter, and educating ourselves throughout the last 12 months. To all our listeners and viewers who tune in every week or watch us on catch up, thank you so much, and do keep coming back. So we're back here on Thursday the 5th of January for more fun and excitement.
Enjoyed it so much, mate. We should do it again for another year.
Indeed. Anyway, from me, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.